Hello children, we are solving chapter number 1, integers of standard 7, wherein we are dealing with multiplication of integers and we are also using properties of integers to solve the questions. Till now we have completed up to question number 5. So let's proceed with question number 6 and 7. These are all real life examples. When you go through the question, you will understand that these processes actually happen. It happens near us. It is not from somewhere, mathematics. It is actually real life questions, real life situations, which are now used and solved using mathematics. Let's see how to do it. Now, question number 6. A certain freezing process requires that room temperature be lowered from 40 degrees Celsius at the rate of 5 degrees Celsius every hour. What will be the room temperature 10 hours after the process begins? Now, children, you consider yourself to be in this room. Okay? And the temperature is lowering. The freezing process is going on. Freezing process, this, you can think of your refrigerator also at your home. Their freezing process goes on. The temperature goes on reducing, right? So the same thing, either you are inside a room which is acting as a refrigerator, or you consider your refrigerator that is at your home. The temperature, that is the starting temperature, is 40 degrees Celsius. 40 degrees Celsius. You can understand that is summer time. Okay. And the rate at which the temperature is lowering, it is 5 degree Celsius every hour. Let me take an example. The question is basically what will be the room temperature 10 hours after the process begins. So we'll try with some smaller number, then we'll come to this question. Now, let's start with the room temperature, say at 9 a.m. 9 a.m. Let the temperature be 40 degree Celsius. After 1 hour, that is at 10 a.m., the temperature has lowered by 5 degrees Celsius. It is told that a certain freezing process requires that room temperature be lowered from 40 degree at the rate of 5 degrees Celsius every hour. Means after 1 hour, 5 degree is less. So at 10 a.m., the temperature will be 35 degrees Celsius. At 11 a.m., the temperature will become 30 degrees Celsius, and this is what is going to continue. And they say that this will continue for next 10 hours. So, you can compute it by writing on a paper one by one. You go on writing the time. After 10 hours, you can check by reducing the temperature every time by 5 degrees Celsius. That is one method of solving. But here we are going to use the method of integers to solve it out. Okay. But when you understand this problem, you will see that these are all general examples that actually occur near you. So let's use integers to solve it out. Initial temperature is 40 degrees Celsius. Decrease in the temperature every hour, it is minus 5 degree. Minus 5 degree, it is reducing, coming down. So room temperature after 10 hours, it will be 40 plus 10 multiplied by minus 5. Now, how these numbers are written here? After 1 hour, there is reduction by 5 degree. So after 10 hours, the reduction will be 10 multiplied by minus 5. So total temperature drop will be minus 50 degree Celsius. I hope it is clear. It is just a multiplication. 1 hour minus 5, 10 hour minus 50. That's easy. But the initial temperature was 40. So the reduction will start from 40. That is why we have written it as 40 plus 10 multiplied by minus 5. When you solve it, it is 40 minus 50. That gives you minus 10 degree Celsius. That means after 10 hours, the temperature will be minus 10 degree Celsius. Next, question number 7. Now in question number 7, there are 3 sub-questions. Again, this is your real life example. Mathematics has a lot of use in your real life. You have to understand it and you have to go on using it. We'll see how to use it. Now these things, these situations are your real daily life situation, because you all go to school, you give class test, you are always dealing with questions, marks got and all. We always go on discussing about it. Such questions we are now dealing with, and we are using the concept of integers to solve it. Let's see how to proceed. In a class test containing 10 questions, 5 marks are awarded for every correct answer and minus 2 marks are awarded for every incorrect answer and 0 for questions not attempted. Now children, there are 3 cases, whereas in your exam, when you appear for your exams, these conditions are not there. There is only rather 2 conditions. You get marks, positive marks, if you are correct, or you get 0 when everything goes wrong. You never get negative marks in your school exams. But here this is some other class test going on. Here negative marks are also being given. In such cases, we have to be double sure before answering, because you may lose your marks. So be very careful whenever there are negative markings. Let us see how it is. First sub-question, Mohan gets 4 correct and 6 incorrect answers. What is his score? Now, marks for 4 correct answers. How much mark was allotted for 1 correct answer? It was 5. 1 correct answer means 5 marks. 4 correct answer means 4 multiplied by 5, that is 20 marks. So for those 4 correct answers, this Mohan has got 20 marks. I will suggest you to keep yourself in Mohan's place. Things become always easy when we look it from our point of view. Now, 6 incorrect answers are also given. So this Mohan has written 6 incorrect answer. Children, for 1 incorrect answer, there is minus 2. For 6 incorrect answer, it will be 6 multiplied by minus 2, that is minus 12 marks. So now what is his final score? He has got 20 and he has got minus 12. Total of this is 20 plus minus 12, which is 8. That means his final score is 8. He has given 4 correct answers. If he would not have got these incorrect answers, he would have got more marks. But because of these incorrect answers where there was negative markings, he has lost a lot. And finally, he has got only 8. Let us see another situation. Now this is Reshma. She has given 5 correct answers and 5 incorrect answers. Okay, now let's calculate for her. 1 correct answer, 5 positive marks. 5 correct answers, it will be 5 multiplied by 5, that is 25. Positive 25 marks she will get for those correct answers. But she has 5 incorrect answers also. 1 incorrect means minus 2. 5 incorrect means 5 into minus 2, that is minus 10. So she has got 25 but she has lost 10. So her final score will be 15. 25 plus minus 10, that is 15. So Reshma gets 15 marks in the class test. I hope you are understanding the importance of negative numbers. Hina gets 2 correct and 5 incorrect answers out of 7 questions she attempts. Now in this case, she is very smart. She has attempted 7 questions and the rest questions she left, because whatever question is left, there is no loss of mark. There she will get 0 only, but negative at least won't be there. So now this Hina has done 2 correct answers. So 1 correct answer gives her 5 marks. 2 correct answer will give her 10 marks. This is very simple, you know. Moreover, she has 5 incorrect answers. Now what will happen? 5 incorrect answer means 5 multiplied by minus 2. Minus 2 is for 1 incorrect answer. So 5 into minus 2, that is minus 10. She has got 10. She has lost 10. What is her final score? It is actually 0. So we can say that Hina got 0 marks in the class test. After getting 2 correct answer also, she has got 0 marks in her class test. Try to understand the importance of negative numbers. This is actually a very, very important concept, the negative answers. If you make such mistakes, a negative sign over there will help you to lose your marks which you get after a lot of hard work, right? It means you have to be very, very, very careful about negative signs wherever they are. You have to be actually double careful while dealing with negative signs. Try them, they are actually very easy. Once you practice, you will find everything very easy. Try them, work hard, keep practicing. Bye for now. Thank you, children.